nothing better than famous brother partnerships in football. Kolo and Yaya Toure, Kevin Prince and Jerome Boateng, Thorgan and Eden Hazard, the list goes on and on. But a brotherhood I think flies completely under the radar are the Sane brothers. We're all familiar with Leroy, former career mode wonder kid, superstar winger for Germany and Bayern Munich. However, what about his younger brother? SIDI Sané is Leroy's brother and is kickstarting his footballing career with the same pathway, graduating from the famous Schalke Youth Academy and becoming a wonder kid in the process. They share a lot of similarities, like position, first club, and even down to their hairstyles. The Sane afro runs in the family. Today, I want to see if we can make SIDI Sané better than his big bro. With the power of training, development plans, and dynamic potential in career mode, can he step out of his big brother's shadow and surpass him in overall, just create his own legacy in general for the family? Let's find out. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're taking over Schalke, his current club in real life. However, just to help us out and assist in the overall growth of SIDI's career, we're going to start them out in the third Liga, or the third division of Germany, so he can build his way up the ranks and not just instantly be in the Bundesliga straight away. He's got to earn it. Now, at the time of recording, SIDI is the third lowest rated player in this Schalke squad at a 61 overall, and his current potential is 78. His potential status, he isn't even showing great potential. He's just at the club since 2022, already at 19 years of age. But one thing he does have over his brother is his height. He's 6'3", and Leroy, I've noticed, is only 6 foot. Leroy, son, you're not going to be the big brother for long. His brother's peak potential was back in FIFA 19 with a 92 potential. He had potential to be special, but thanks to injuries, lack of game time, and being sold to Bayern Munich, his career's kind of taken a little bit of a nosedive. Still at a respectable 84, but honestly, I think that's beatable. We've gifted SIDI the captain's armband for his hometown club. He's rocking the number 44, and he's just a straight up right midfielder. He can't play any other positions. He's got 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and thanks to the power of PC mods, I've been able to hook the boy up. I want him to have a few traits and specialities about him just to stand out and differentiate himself from the rest of the pack, like speed dribbler, playmaker, outside the foot shot, and technical dribbler. I just wanted to spice things up, so I thought why not? And in season 1, we'll be training him as an inverted wide midfielder just to get that 5-star weak foot. Currently on the transfer market, he's valued under £1 million at 725k. You know the deal when it comes to these player growth tests. We're going to be releasing all of his direct competition. That means the likes of Jordan Larson, one of the best players at the club, other fellow right midfielders that are clearly better than him, like Florent Mollet. He will be released as well, so he's the only right midfielder at the club, but the only player that can get guaranteed game time in that spot. It's pretty mediocre, well-balanced stats at him, nothing really jumping out off the page, so it's only up from here. In terms of how I want Sane to play, he'll be staying forward, cutting inside, getting in behind the defenders, and staying on the edge of the box for crosses with normal interceptions. It's a road to becoming better than his big brother. Let's see if SIDI Sané's got it in him. After season 1, you could probably already predict it. As soon as we put them in the third league, yeah, Schalke promoted back up to the second Bundesliga with 86 points, finishing on top. SIDI Sané is officially a champion. What were his performances like this season in the first team? You know, having a good shot at becoming a senior first team player, and he's grown up a +6. Decent little growth there, still at a 67, no potential status. He's already turned 20 and he's very happy at the club. We're probably gonna have to sort him out with a new contract, but his stats this season read a little bit like this: 21 appearances, 8 goals and 3 assists. That's pretty standard. 11 goal contributions, turning into a little bit of a goal scoring winger. The captain with an average match rating of 7.17. In terms of development, he's got that 5-star weak foot. It's probably time to switch up his development plan for season 2. As we take a look at his financials, he's now valued on the transfer market at £1.9 million. And in terms of that brand new contract, yeah, let's give him a pay rise, earning himself a rotational first team squad role and 6k a week. We're hooking our boy up. We're making sure he's collecting his bag. Thanks to us not being in the same division right now as Leroy Sané, we're unable to look at his stats in terms of goals and assists. However, at Bayern Munich, he is still there and he's gone up to an 85, so a +1 to his overall. We're currently 18 ratings away from matching his big brother. For the lad's second campaign at Schalke, we've got to let him take over Bundesliga 2, have a breakout season, and apply the wide playmaker development plan. Get him that 5-star skill moves, bump up those attributes when it comes to passing, dribbling, shooting. Even that stamina needs some work. He is far from perfect, so we've got to let the lad have a few formative years here at his hometown club. Let him settle in. We're expecting big things from the boy before we start exploring other options when it comes to transfers. It's not the dream back-to-back promotion season. We're hoping for SIDI Sané and Schalke to skyrocket them to the Bundesliga. It's a pretty mediocre mid-table finish finish here in Bundesliga 2. I don't know, maybe the lad's just not ready as they were knocked out in the DFB Pokal in round 2 to Hanover. The man's stats this season in a brand new league, a new level. Let's see how the young gun wonder kid ranked in comparison to the rest. He grew up a +4 and is showing great potential, hitting 21 years of age, and he is in excellent form right now. Not really happy with his team's performance, but you can't blame him. It's +10 overall growth within 2 seasons, as his stats this time around with 31 appearances. He's definitely got a little bit more game time, 11 goals and 7 assists, 18 goal contributions for the homegrown talent, and the little brother managed to get an average match rating of 7.03. In terms of his development plans, he's maxed out at both skill moves and weak foot. No dark green stats to showcase yet besides dribbling at an 84. He's now worth £4 million. That's an 110% increase. I don't think he's ready for top flight Bundesliga action yet. Let's see if the captain can lead by example and take Schalke back to the top, as his older brother this season has pretty much stagnated at an 85. I don't see him growing all too much, entering his prime at 28, valued at £46.5 million. We are still light years away. This kid deserves a game face scan. I mean, just look at him. He's out here getting disrespected by EA. This is how he ranks in the squad. Starting season 3, still not the best player in the team by far. We're going to focus on his attack and work rate. Wide midfielder is what we'll be applying this season, maybe switching it around. Time is not on his side right now, and we need to see some guaranteed results. We're setting the bar high at this Schalke talent factory. We're aiming to beat Leroy. I think they're more than capable to push for promotion. Now, it wasn't quite the dream campaign we were, really predicting at the start of the season. Not really even challenging for playoffs, as Schalke unable to get promotion back up to the top flight, and SIDI Sane couldn't guide them to a first or second place spot. It's a mediocre 8th place finish, and they probably didn't even have many successes in the DFB Pokal, getting knocked out pretty early on in round 3 to Dusseldorf, 5-4 on pens. Nonetheless, we're still going to take a look at his growth and progression. How has our boy gotten on in season 3? And now we're going to take a look at the squad rankings, and he's actually the 4th highest player. In terms of overall, he received a +5. Again, the number 44, getting the job done, grinding on the training grounds, and he got himself 37 appearances this season with 7 goals and 5 assists. He was the 4th highest goal scorer at the club. Now 22 years of age, scored himself a 6.71 average match rating with 12 goal contributions. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a little bit more production, but I think now it's actually time he makes the step up to the Bundesliga, as he has a high attacking work rate. He earned that this year with his development plans, as his financial situation, his market value has increased 309%, now standing at £22.5 million. He's definitely going to have to be hooked up to a brand new contract. A crucial first team player, 14.1k a week and a 2-year extension, but I am open to any potential transfers next summer. Approaching the 80 overall, he's very close to outgrowing Schalke at the moment. And in a plot twist I didn't see coming, it is his big brother Leroy. Moving outside of Germany, he's made the transfer to Stade Rennais, one of the most random transfers I've ever seen. That definitely took a left turn, and he is now playing out in League 1. His big bro making big moves for £57.4 million. Now, despite our plans for a potential transfer, we are still going to let City, hone in on his craft and really put in that work on the training grounds. We're now going to apply a development plan, or just a position conversion, really. We're going to go with left winger because I've done so many player growth tests this year. So we're just going to switch things up and put him on the left-hand side so we can cut in game on that deadly right foot of his. How many offers are we going to end up with? Let's find out. Doesn't look like the lad's on the same page as us at the moment. He's surprised he's been looking to be sold. I'm looking at options, mate. I don't know how to put it to you, mate. It's for the best. Now, it's taken us nearly all summer long, but we have finally come across a transfer offer that I was interested in accepting. We had a bunch of deals come through from Girona, Trabzonspor. We had Troyes out in France. However, it's the Blades and Sheffield United that has sparked my interest the most. They are still battling it out in the championship, but they've got quite the promising team, and we're going to accept that deal for £37.3 million. As we're already that far into the summer transfer window, City's already managed to play some games for the club. 2 goals and 1 assist in 6 appearances. He's now a fully fledged attacker with a higher chance of winning the Ballon d'Or in the future, and also we've got a brand new set of development plans to work with. We're going to apply the wide playmaker for now before he makes the move official. And there we have it. We gave it the green light. He signed on the dotted line, and he is packing his bags to England. A brand new culture, brand new experience. He failed to do so in Germany, but can he become a promotion protagonist over in the championship? We're going to have to find out. Everything looks in order and normal for now, as SIDI Sané has arrived. He's a crucial first team player, and there has been no random glitch just boosting up his overall and potential, so we're in the clear for now. If you guys remember, we experienced an absolutely insane glitch for the worst World Cup Wonder Kid growth test, so make sure to check that out if you haven't. Here's how Sane's lining up in this Sheffield United starting 11. He's made the first team, and he's pretty much the best left winger, the only left winger here at the club, and he's actually in a pretty competent lineup. Let's cross our fingers and hope this was the right move for our German star boy. It's taken 4 seasons, but we've got some major news, or it's a big milestone in his career as he's been called up to the German national team, as the Sane family now have 2 royal sons that have made the national team squad, and surprisingly, he's actually made the starting 11. I don't know if that showcases the downfall of the German national team or their switching mentality, trying to promote some wonder kids and get some youth talent in the first team roster. It was mission accomplished here in England's second tier. SIDI SANÉ guided Sheffield up to the Premier League by winning the playoff final 2-1 against Bristol City at Wembley. Showed up in the big games. They didn't get that automatic spot. They had to fight it out the hard way. In 4th place with 83 points. That was definitely a positive campaign for the Blades, and I'm sure Sane had a lot to do with it. We haven't gifted him the captaincy yet, but one thing he has earned is being one of the highest rated players on the roster, only behind to Fabio Miretti. It's back-to-back +5 overall growth campaigns from our boy, and it's +10 in 2 seasons. He's been at the club since 2025, and he has risen up to an 83 overall. The position conversion to left wing definitely did help us out, as in 47 appearances, he managed double figures in both departments for the first time in his professional career. 16 goals and 15 assists, nearly perfectly balanced. 31 goal contributions was enough to earn him a 7.28 average match rating. That's why I love the championship. There are just so many games, so many opportunities, and it was the perfect league for him to transition into, as the closest attribute in his locker to maxing out is actually short passing at a 95, dribbling coming close through at 94. Various areas of his game continue to get improved. He still has those traits up his sleeve, and in terms of financials, his transfer market value has skyrocketed 111%, now up to 62.5 million. An update on his big brother: he is still chilling at Stade Rennais over in Ligue 1, and one thing his brother has over him is that his transfer market value has risen above Leroy's. He is standing at a £44.5 million. Finally, we've dethroned him in something, only 2 overall points away to equaling Leroy. Have those championship performances caught the eyes of Europe's top clubs? We're going to find out this summer, as we're adding him to the transfer list again. I'm open to offers. For now, we're going to switch his development plan. We're going to change things over to the inverted winger, just to improve his shooting, which is his worst category right now, and to get that sprint speed matching acceleration. Unlike last transfer window, it has only taken us 1 offer, a couple of days, and Everton have already expressed their interest, placing in a bid of £92.3 million for our sensation right here. I'm not gonna lie, we use Sheffield as a stepping stone, and now progressing over to Everton. They are well and truly in the top half of the table, so let's see if this one goes through. There he is, the Schalke Youth Academy talent. We've actually had to send him farewell. He's packing his bags. He had 1 superstar stint here for the Blades, and now he's off to the Blues of Merseyside, headed up north. He doesn't seem too happy about it, but I think this could be the final kick to finally overtake Leroy Sané and be the dominant brother. He's signed on the dotted line, and he is a major marquee signing for the Blues. Look at that, he gets the full presentation and everything. He's also currently on international duty at the World Cup in 2026 with Germany. I'm sure that could have risen his price tag up a fair bit, but he's copped the number 22 just as a cherry on top. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, as the Sane brothers couldn't claim World Cup glory for Germany as Brazil took home the crown. They were knocked out in the round of 16 to bitter rivals England 2-1 after progressing out of the group. Unlike they did in real life, they actually topped it. City's stats in this World Cup, it looks like he played every single group stage game with 3 appearances, no goals or no assists, but he averaged a 6 match rating, as his older bro Leroy showing him how it's done with 4 appearances and 1 goal to his name in the World Cup. He's yet to really produce anything on the world stage, unfortunately. For our boy City, he's still got a long way to go at 23. This is how he lines up in this pretty decent Everton team. I'm not gonna lie, they've done some competent business over these years, and now he's playing alongside the likes of Szoboszlai, Fabian Ruiz, or Nana. Could this be the season that he becomes the better player, the better winger than Leroy? We're gonna find out here with the Toffees. He is still pretty far down the pecking order visually, but he's only a couple of overall points away from the likes of Ruiz and Szoboszlai, as the Toffees have also implemented an £189.6 million release clause, so any club can trigger it at any stage. He is up for grabs. We've simmed just over half a decade, 5 years in, and he has finished up 7th with Everton, nearly bringing them Europa League football again. The Blues finishing with an overall of 64 points, unfortunately losing out in the Community Shield Merseyside derby to Liverpool in a 5-goal thriller, as in the FA Cup they came pretty close as well, getting knocked out in the semi-finals 3-1 to Spurs. The Carabao didn't really show him much love either, as they were eliminated early on to Man United in another 5-goal thriller over in round 3. However, Sane's European debut in the Europa finished off like this in Group B, coming through in second, and then the preliminary rounds just getting past Roma on penalties. Over in the round of 16 though, they faced Offenheim and got absolutely destroyed 4-2 in aggregate. It's time though, we got to check out what the younger Sane has been cooking up. With his first season at Everton, he is now the highest rated player. That's right, it's the three-peat, back to back to back, +5s to his overall. Now surely he is higher rated than Leroy. It's taken him 5 seasons of consistent first team football, but he's here. Unhappy with his current contract, we're probably gonna have to sort that out behind the scenes, but in terms of his performance, oh my goodness me, the output was absolutely sensational. World-class numbers this guy's putting up at 24, 22 goals and 20 assists, double figures in both categories. He is an absolute machine, but the winger single-handedly carrying this club on his back with 42 goal contributions. That earned him an average match rating of 7.25 in 57 appearances. He got the game time under his belt, and the inverted winger development plan working its magic. No maxed out attributes to report on as of yet. However, he has 97 dribbling, 96 short passing coming close. His transfer market value now boosted up 61%. He's still got that release clause in the contract and is now standing at an £112.5 million valuation. We're going to delegate his renewal, a crucial first team player, 1-year extension, no release clause. He's now the poster boy at Goodison Park, one stellar campaign, and he has already won over the fans. A cold hero in his own right on the blue side of Merseyside, so much so that his brother has made the return back to the Premier League, this time coming through to Aston Villa. He's gone from Bayern to Stade Rennais, now to Villa Park. At an 85 overall, City has now got a +3 advantage over him, not only in rating, but height as well. He's just hit 31. It's that cursed age in career mode. He is still maintaining a somewhat world-class level, as the Villains picked him up for £49.1 million. The Wonder Kid, about to enter his prime, has just risen his game to a whole new level. The bar has been set as he continues to tear it up in the Premier League. We're transitioning over to Season 6 to see if he can apply that pressure and push himself into the 90s. Just to confirm everything we already knew, SIDI SANÉ has been sweeping up the Premier League and now has got himself the June Player of the Month award. I don't think it's time to leave Goodison Park yet, so we're going to place him on a new development plan. This time we're going to go for wide winger. I'm looking to improve curve and balance because those stats are both at 66 and are probably two of my main concerns right now. He's going to get gifted the captain's armband. After that stunning season, I'm sure Pickford won't mind. We've got a rare mid-season update coming at you right now because you could not write a better script than this. We have received an offer from Aston Villa come through the door for our boy SIDI SANÉ. They want to reunite the Sane brothers, or just unite them in the same team. They submitted an offer for the German, £172.2 million. The Villains are on a mission. All things considered, it's not really that much of a major step up considering they're only 7th in the table, 2 points behind Everton right now, and we've currently got a good thing going with the Toffees. So controversially, I'm not going to accept the deal. The brotherly rivalry is going to have to continue. No family ties will be cut. And in the aftermath of all that mid-season transfer drama, Sane has brought Everton up to runners-up in the Premier League, securing Champions League football for the Toffees, and only just losing out the title to Manchester United. Meanwhile, Leroy's Villa, who were tempting, they put in a decent offer, but they finished in 7th with 56 points. No European football. I think we made the right choice in the end, as over in the FA Cup, Sane was knocked out pretty early, this time to Leeds 2-0 in round 5. As the Carabao Cup saw the Blues eliminated pretty early on again in round 3, it's a Spurs 3-1. This time, there was no European football, no Champions League, no Conference League, nothing. City put all of his eggs into the Premier League basket this time with Everton, and that's probably why they finished up so high on the table. They didn't have to compete on multiple fronts like last season, and that has benefited us to the extreme right here, as City has now announced himself as a big stepper here in England. He's running the game at the moment for Everton with 26 goals and 16 assists in 42 appearances, managing double figures in both categories again. That average match rating, 7.56, is out of this world, now receiving a +2, reaching that 90 overall. One of the world's best is now his potential status. He's in excellent form. He's very happy at the club. They're now number 22, has one maxed out attribute, and that is 99 dribbling. In terms of his technical, he's nearly flawless. The dark greens are emerging, and sprint speed is the next attribute to nearly be maxed out. So we're almost reaching untouchable levels, as his market value has received a small boost, 14%, now up towards £136 million on the dot. About to enter his prime, it's about to get scary. That season has all but confirmed Sané's return to the starting 11. In terms of the German national team, he is a staple. Leroy is still killing it at Villa, 32 years of age, just maintaining that 85 overall. Unfortunately, not having quite the stunning career as his brother in terms of his later years. 23 appearances, 1 assist in the Premier League. You can definitely say that he's past his peak. It's sad to say, but he's probably considering hanging up the boots soon. The 2028 Euros are here this summer, and both the brothers have made it in probably what's going to be their last international tournament together. Called up to the national team squad by Hansi Flick. Can they do the family proud this summer together as one brotherhood? Let's find out. Drawn into Group A alongside Wales, Austria, and Scotland. Surely they're going to be looking to win that group. Just advance to the knockout rounds. You can bet your bottom dollar that that is exactly what the Sane brothers and Hansi Flick have gone on and done. Even though Musiala's in the press conference room, the Germans are now European champions here in 2028, and their fellow countryman Jamal Musiala winning player of the tournament. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the Sane boys had any real leg to stand on when it came to the best player of the tournament, even the best player for Germany, as SIDI only scored himself 1 assist in the whole competition. I'm sure he started every single game with 6 appearances. However, when it comes to Leroy though, he did get himself a goal. There we have it, the Sane brothers now European champions together with Germany in 2028. For season 7 now, we're ready for the campaign ahead as we've placed him onto the transfer list to, open up any offers to see if any Champions League big boys want a piece of SIDI. Southampton have come through with an £184.5 million bid. What are with all these medium to small Premier League clubs coming through with all this money? Where are they getting it from? For now though, they're not a Champions League club, so we're throwing that one out the door. Now here is a big boy offer that has caught my attention. PSG have come through with less of a bid than Southampton and West Ham, which is just strange. However, the oil-rich club, they're trying to lure the 25-year-old to the French capital, and I'm just going to go ahead and have to accept. He's going to be in a team of superstars, potentially Mbappe, Neymar, Messi's probably long gone. Just like that, £180 million later, the Toffees have made a pretty penny off this sale as the German bids farewell. He has had such an amazing time here at Everton, but it's time to take his talents elsewhere. Venture out into a new country, a new league. He'll be a starter week in, week out for the Parisians, an absolute weapon. And they got a bargain out of that deal. We could have possibly made £265 million, but just decided to accept it nonetheless. Everton fans, look away. PSG are just buying football at the moment. They're rocking with unlimited money. He is crossing territory that he has never gone before, and neither has his brother, really. Never played in France. Now becoming the poster boy over at the Parc des Princes. This is the kind of PSG team we have walked into here in 2028, and yeah, it's a little bit more of a mess than I once anticipated. Chanalogu as captain, Gravenberch at left back. They don't even use wingers in their formation. I clearly overestimated PSG, but we've had to make a few formation changes. Now we're going to 4-2-4. It's extremely pragmatic, very attacking, and suits Sané's game with Mbappe, Patrick Schick, and Hakan Chanalogu of all players. They've got no out-and-out left back. They've got no out-and-out right winger either. Sané easily waltzes into their starting 11 and is actually the second best outfield player at the club. Being only one of 390 rated players this season, it could be one of his stellar years that could get him that first Ballon d'Or nomination. Applied to wide playmaker, just wanted to get that acceleration to the sprint speed levels. In a shock turn of events, Leroy has also managed to switch clubs again. He has made this move back to the Bundesliga, back to Germany to finish off his career. This time, Eintracht Frankfurt picking him up. Still a viable option in the first team, a class player at 83 overall. His market value now dwindling down to £24 million. They are on two completely opposite ends of the spectrum, but it's been cool to see his journey throughout this vid so far. It's a known fact that PSG just dominate Ligue 1 with ease in career mode. However, finally SIDI has got himself some legitimate piece of top flight silverware, taking home the French crown, winning without hesitation, 88 points gained. Sane also getting hands on the Trophée des Champions, winning that one 2-1 against Olympique Lyon. As over in the Coupe Nationale, unfortunately, they couldn't complete the domestic hat-trick, the domestic treble, losing out 1-0 to Nice in the final. And the Champions League saw them get embarrassed against Atletico Madrid, 5-1 on aggregate in a brutal elimination in the semis, coming so close to the big dance after they finished unbeaten in the groups with 14 points, took down Leverkusen, also eliminated Barcelona in the process, with the brand new captain Mbappe leading the line, that lethal front four. This is what they were able to produce. It's Mbappe stealing the show, go. 37 goals and 20 assists, but who we're really looking for is SIDI SANÉ, who now in a team of superstars, in a team of world-class ballers. He only got himself 29 appearances, 11 goals and 7 assists. I'm going to assume that he picked up a couple of injuries along the way, maybe just one long-term injury. With only 18 goal contributions, his game time was limited, and this has been one of his worst seasons to date. I mean, for a normal player, it's alright, but he set his standards so high that our 26-year-old approaching his prime, a bit of a rough start to his time here in Paris, only improving and growing a +1, now reaching 91 overall, with each transfer market value improving 2%, now up to £139.5 million. Let's hope season 2 he can get his act together, work in combination with Mbappe. It was a season we're not going to look back on with fond memories. It was kind of a speed bump, not a stop sign. SIDI Sané's got to get his head back up and focus in on his 8th campaign. Not only have we juiced the first team up with some fresh new talents and some big name players, but we have also gotten our boy a brand new contract, hooked him up with 310k a week. His efforts need to be rewarded, but for some reason, his game time, his minutes are diminishing. The assistant manager is just not playing him in the simulations, which I'm just going to have to get to the bottom of. Here's a major issue that needs to be sorted. As his development plan for this season, I'm probably just going to put it on balanced and see what happens. I don't see him getting anywhere above a 95 right now. We've beaten his big brother. Now it's probably just time to focus on himself. The German king just needs to enter demon mode because it's now or never if he wants to achieve some real glory and get the best over his bro. We've got the 2029 Ballon d'Or nominees, and our boy Sane, after having one of the worst seasons of his life, he is nominated in the top 4 alongside fellow teammate Mbappe and the two formidable Man City wonder kids Haaland and Foden. There's no way he's winning it. He's definitely an outside shot. I think Mbappe or Haaland have got this one in the bag, but it's good to see him nominated. I really didn't expect it. Can he redeem his redemption arc after a subpar start in France? And unfortunately, no, it's Mbappe to take home the golden ball. That's going to bring about some locker room banter. I'm sure he's going to flex on Sane for that one. Unfortunately, it just wasn't to be, but I don't even think Leroy Sané has been nominated for a Ballon d'Or trophy. Second season syndrome isn't a thing here in the French capital, as PSG go on to win the league again quite comfortably. Sane taking home back-to-back Ligue 1 titles, whilst the Trophée des Champions was won 3-1 against Nice. We got some revenge against them, and for the cherry on top, we're in the Coupe Nationale final, which is happening after the Champions League final because the boys made it. It's the oil-rich money derby here with PSG versus Man City. SIDI Sané and Mbappe leading the line up front, carrying the Parisians to the promised land. Here in 2030, they managed to top the group alongside Tottenham over in the round of 16, eased past RB Salzburg, knocked out Liverpool, and in the semis won a tight affair 4-4, and it has set up SIDI Sané's legend arc. Can he become an icon alongside Mbappe? Let's find out, use the German in game, and just see how he plays. We all know he probably let us down in season 1 of his PSG career. However, he has redeemed himself, not only earning a Ballon d'Or nomination, but becoming the second highest goal scorer here at the club. I mean, you can't really come close to a 97 rated Mbappe. He's operating in the shadows at the moment, but the club captain in his prime with 27 goals and 14 assists, potentially even more to come, and he's earned that +2 to his overall, reaching Messi Ronaldo type levels in terms of FIFA rating, standing at a 93 with an average match rating of 7.62. And I think that balanced development plan kind of worked in our favor. And just have the ultimate climax of this video for SIDI Sané. He's representing Germany at the 2030 World Cup. Yeah, that's right. We are so far into the future. Germany qualifying in Group A alongside Italy, Romania, and China. Don't worry, the Champions League final isn't the final course. We have got some international action to delve into after we use him in game. It's a Champions League final not only on home turf, but home ground advantage. Like, it's at the Parc des Princes. All the expectations are on PSG right now. It should be a Sane tifo in the stands, not Donnarumma. There he is leading the lads out. Paris's number 10 from Schalke to Sheffield to Everton, now to the pinnacle of club and international football. Let's see if he lives up to the hype in game and actually plays like a 93 rated player. SIDI Sané, let's get it done. And he's already taken no prisoners here. Oh no, PSG in very big trouble. Donnarumma. Mbappe now taking charge. Gravenberch, nice little 1-2. We've got SIDI Sané pulling off those 5-star skills. Offloads out to Alphonso Davies, who finds him again. And all of a sudden, a cross into the middle. Can that be an opportunity? And Alvarez nearly got the opener. Here we go. Alvarez again inside to Mbappe. Sané's waiting in the middle. It's a perfect cross. And he nearly had a bloody head-on-head collision with Edison. And Sane again is going to have the opportunity opportunity on the half volley. Goodness me, he is having an explosive start to this game, even getting shown the cheese by the ref. Oh, we've got to calm it down. Maybe he can set up something from this corner. The set piece special does a few flicks and fancy tricks to fool his defender, and how's that not a foul, ref? But Bastoni cleans up Barella, and all of a sudden that's launched a perfect counter attack. SIDI SANÉ in again, the ball over the top to Mbappe. All he needs is the perfect header, and he sneaks it under Edison to get us one up in this Champions League final. Sane providing that assist, and it was a glorious ball in over the top, perfectly weighted, perfectly timed, and Edison having an absolute mare letting that one get under him. Two of PSG's golden boys linking in up top, and we've gotten ourselves off to the perfect start. Got Sane trying to start something from deep as he's got Mbappe in front of him. He uses him. Outlet again. Valverde sneaks through the German, and all of a sudden Man City's defense caught out off guard. And Sane works his way into the box, cuts it back. Is he trying to find another assist? Mbappe needs to win that header, and all of a sudden SIDI SANÉ can put through Mbappe, and it is just too easy. Working together like clockwork, and the gears are turning here at the Parc des Princes. It is a hometown showdown as that Mbappe-Sane link up, proven to be dangerous as ever, fooling some of the best defenses in Europe, as City just had to tuck it home, set it up on a silver platter for Mbappe to smash past Edison, and the rest was history. 2 assists for the boy. And Mbappe and Sane continue to run amok. It is the 5-star skill show from Sane. Back on over to Mbappe. The two exchange a few passes, and again, it's another assist that could happen. Could have been on a hat-trick of assists by now. That's how much he's running the show. Haaland's in here for City. Can we stop him? A crunching tackle from Gvardiol, but City still on the charge here as Kimmich now through to Barella, and it's Donnarumma with an epic save, but Kaki will be there to half the deficit. It's going to be an interesting one going into half-time. I thought we were on top, but all the citizens needed is that one killer chance. Sane out here again. Oh, he's just having fun with it right now. Back on over to Sane, who just loves toying with his defenders. Stuff like this Leroy couldn't dream of, and he's going to have another attempt, and Edison gets down low to parry away. It's never been so easy with a player. He just loves being on the ball. Finding Sane again. Oh, how's that not a foul? Oh, come on, Sane, get up, mate. You're not injured. Come on, bro. What's he doing? Just sitting down chilling. Are you serious, mate? Your brother's injury prone, not you. You can now find Sane, who's got that little injury icon above his name. I don't know how harsh that injury was to him, but he was down for a long time, and all of a sudden he's in the clear here. Can he find the finisher to end Man City? And no. Big chance falling on his weak foot, pressured by defenders, and it's spurred wide. Fonzo Davies wins the header. Valverde again. Mbappe trying to repay the favour to Sane, and Edison again denies our boy. And in added time, can he prevent the City equaliser here? And Donnarumma's going to have to get the last say. 2 minutes of added time. It all comes down to this last play. Foden crosses it in, and Donnarumma will grasp it. That was the last kick, and Sane, despite his injury, continued to go on and put out his best for the team. He carried on like an absolute warrior as the German wonder kid doing what his brother did in 2020. 10 years later, winning the Champions League title here in 2030 with PSG. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that goal, but the 2 assists for Mbappe were all we needed. We did just enough. Unfortunately, we did some subs in that game. It took the captain's armband away from Sane for some reason, and now Mbappe's going to lift it. Should have been City, but yeah, I guess he scored the 2 goals, so he deserves it. There we have it. 1 major trophy down, 2 to go. Thankfully, the injury he picked up in game was only a knock and wasn't too serious, so he can start the Coupe Nationale final, which we're going to go ahead and sim. Up against former French champions Montpellier, it is going to be the perfect send-off if he can get his hands on this. The PSG club captain ends up scoring the winner in the 87th minute in a 3-0 dominant display. Definitely less nervy than that Champions League final. The boys got it done, and that's going to satisfyingly round up the quadruple win. Success here in Sane's 8th season with 3 French titles, the Champions League of course, and now we are on track to taking home the World Cup with Germany. In the end, thanks to those final 2 games, he also managed 44 goal contributions this season. That is an impressive, stellar improvement upon his first time stints in Paris. City flat out proven his worth and bouncing back after a tough spell. You love to see it as Sane's club form has transformed to the international stage. Finally, Deutschland looking to go back-to-back from the 2028 Euros to the 2030 World Cup final, and this time we're going to watch it play out. They ended up up top in Group A with 7 points in the round of 16, taking down Wales 2-1, edging past bitter rivals England 2-1, and getting a comfortable 2-0 victory against Croatia in the semis to find them up in an all-European clash against the Dutch. Here is how the Germans line up. It is a completely stacked lineup with a 3-4-1-2 formation, Makoko and Adeyemi leading the line, a world-class midfield trio, and Sane the captain. SIDI can go on and do his family proud up against the Netherlands. Is he going to perform on the biggest of stages just like he has done all season long? And this campaign ends it off. He actually does it with Musiala getting a red card. Sane made it 1-0 in the 37th, and it was Karim Adeyemi to cancel out Robbie's equaliser for Germany, not only to become European champions, but world champions here in 2030. He's made the family proud. He has done the Sane's justice, as Leroy never got the opportunity, getting knocked out in 2018, didn't play in 2014, and 2022 didn't even make it out of the group. But there he is with the biggest prize in football alongside Sir BCHD. They did it together as he finally turns up at an international tournament with 7 appearances, 2 goals and 3 assists, 5 goal contributions, surely getting himself player of the tournament. He actually played a major role in Germany going all the way. You love to see it. He's had a journey to savor, not only on the international stage, but at club level. He's transcended all expectations right here, not only becoming better than his big brother, but also achieving more than him, successfully rising out of his shadow and becoming an absolute hero. As for Leroy, in this final season, has now started to experience the effects of being in his mid-30s in career mode, getting hit with a -4 to his overall, now in the 70s. There you have it, guys. SIDI SANÉ, Leroy's younger brother, in FIFA 23. That has been his career sim. Let me know down in the comments, who should we do this with next? The Bellingham brothers? What are the Wonder Kid brother duo can we pin up against each other? Hopefully this absolute legend gets his game face added soon to FIFA. But that has been that. If you did go on to enjoy the video, make sure to drop it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff. We are well and truly on the charge to 130k, so every sub, every engagement means the world. As always, I've been Sir BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.